Hey guys, so I just signed up on Practice Score to actually staff the JP Midwest Championship, the PCC Championship. Really excited to get out there and shoot finally. I think I'm going to do one local match next weekend, and aside from that, this will be my first, or I guess my only big match before PCC Nationals. So all the stages are posted on Practice Score, and today I wanted to go through the stage diagrams and give you guys some insight into my thought process as I look at stages ahead of time. So this isn't going to be too in depth because I definitely don't, like mark up stages and decide which targets I'm going to shoot ahead of time before I see them. But just to go through the diagrams and get an overall idea of what the match is going to be like. So what I know about it so far is that it's going to be at Lead Farm 3-gun range, and I may want to go look up some YouTube videos of matches that have been at that range and just kind of get a feel for what the stages are going to be like in person. So let's just start at stage 1. I'm going to go through them all really quick and then go back and go through them one more time. So stage 1, let's see. So it looks like a long, narrow path in the middle with it's called tiring, so I guess you shoot through tires. So it looks like there's specific positions you have to hit. A bunch of paper arrays, a couple with no shoots, and then some steel at the end. Okay. Next one, this is a pretty common format, big U stage where you start on either side. On this one for a right-hander, it's probably going to be better to start on the right and then shoot as you're backing up on the right side because that's the side your gun's on. And so that will probably be my plan, and yeah, doesn't look like too much there. All right, Jungle Fever, stage 3. This looks pretty similar to the first one. These kind of diagrams, like it's really hard to tell when it's kind of a jungle run like this. You really can't tell until you get there because they usually draw, a big path and then put targets, and like those barrels could mean they're trees, hiding behind trees. It could be anything. So this one I'm not really going to worry about. It's just probably it's pretty much a memory stage as far as what targets you have to shoot from where, and where you have to stop along the path. And that'll be something that I do the day before during walkthroughs. All right, stage 4. Looks like we got some port arrays, then kind of a similar theme with like stuff behind barrels as you move forward. And looks like we have a Texas Star through a low port. So that's kind of interesting. Depends how low the port's going to be, but that's probably going to be maybe even prone with the gun sideways. That'd be cool. And first here I'm just looking at diagrams, so I'm not really paying attention to the stage procedures or anything. I'll do that in my second look through. All right, stage 5 is Rube Goldberg. So let's see. Okay, there's a start pad here. What does that do? So it's an activator pad. It'll begin a sequence that will close off full access to some of the ports. Okay, so it looks like you stand on the activator pad and can shoot through some ports, and when you leave it, like those close and the other ones open. That's kind of cool. But looks like a bunch of ports up front and then a star and then some paper at the end. Pretty simple. Okay. Earthquake, stage 6. Is this a table? Looks like a table. It's probably like a floating platform, right? Because it's called Earthquake. So this one looks like just don't miss the steel. Ton of steel. Shooting through ports and try and be as stable as possible. Okay. Stage 7. Walk in the park. This one looks like it's really designed for shooting on the move. Yeah, there's targets facing either way, so you're probably going to be shooting one way, then kind of turning and shooting backwards, and looks like they made one steel at the end so that you have to run to the end. So yeah, the really aggressive shooting on the move stage looks, unless the targets are kind of far, then it's a kind of shoot on the move as much as you can while getting hits. All right, stage 8. Another day in St. Louis. Looks like there's cars here, and you have a big shooting area in the back. Maybe you're going to have to like position yourself to see through windows and stuff. That looks kind of cool. It's kind of an interesting way to not use walls. All right, stage 9. This looks pretty similar to stage 1, I think. I'm going to go back really quick. Yeah, so it's star-crossed stage 9. So looks like the key feature of the stage is a text star through a port. Those can be nasty if you like miss a plate and you have to wait for it to swing all the way around to present itself again. This isn't something I'm really going to practice. Like, I don't have a Texas Star to practice, and I definitely am not that interested, even if I had one, to like set up a wall and a port and like practice shooting it through that port. This is just something that I have to concentrate on in the moment. But it looks like there are a lot of side-to-side transitions. So it looks like kind of a common theme too. So I'm just making mental note of that. All right, stage 10, pressure treatment. This one's got a table, unloaded, and looks like you just go load your gun and then run around the trapezoid here. Probably not much shooting on the move at all, but flowing through a port, so like getting a wide stance and shifting your weight and going 1-for-1 on steel. Like, that's what that stage looks like to me. Stage 11, all downhill. This looks a lot like stage 2, the jungle run. This is probably similar. This is another one where I have to see it in person. Who knows what it could look like. So I'm not gonna worry about that one too much. And then stage 12, the Frisco shootout. Looks like shooting areas are the raised platform porch areas. Okay, so this one looks like a big version of 10, where you're basically just getting into a port and out of a port as fast as you can. I guess the raised platforms are not like wobbly or anything, so this is probably just going to be run, jump on a box, don't miss the steel, run, jump on the other box as efficiently as you can. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go through one more time and see if there's anything that I really need to look at and make a note of maybe how I should design my practice sessions after this. So we'll go back to stage 1. And some of you guys may be wondering why I like haven't been on the range much, and it's kind of because I'm out of ammo for PCC. I have a few hundred 115 grain bullets left that I could load, but most of my other bullets are up with impact ammo, and he doesn't have primers right now. So I've been waiting to make a trip up, and I think I'm going to go pretty soon here because I really need ammo to start practicing again, and I want to do more videos at the range. But I'm going to bring up primers, and he's got everything else, so I'll go up and probably do some content up there, show you guys the shop and everything. Okay, let's go through the stages once again. So tiring. So what I'm looking for here is on the second run through, as I look at the diagrams, is there anything weird like through the whole match that I have to pay attention to, as far as like a weird start position or just trend that I see? And actually going through it the first time, I noticed that most of the stages are a pretty high round count. So there's a 44. Yeah, there's 44 in there, 38, 43. Oh, there's a 56 round. Nice. Okay, so looks like I'll be planning on 1 reload per stage, at least. I'm not going to screw with like getting a big mag. I'm just going to do a reload. It's not that hard. Looks like there's a lot of space to do it too. So I'll plan on that, high round count stages. And then I'm just looking at weird start positions and anything that might be like, just from looking at the diagrams, looks like I should be practicing leading up to the match. So a lot of it looks like positioning to me, especially on this one. So it looks like targets are at very specific spots, and you have to shoot through tires in some spots. And then there's some arrays that have no shoots in the middle. Then we got a star and some steel. So this one's probably not much shooting on the move. It's going to be like fast transitions and going 1-for-1 on steel. I think the 1-for-1 on steel thing is a theme through the whole match. So let's go to stage 2. So this one, I can probably do a couple drills like this in a practice where I go down and up. So I'll go like down one side and up the other side, and practice kind of making progress uprange while still shooting stuff that's on my right side. So yeah, that's something I'll do. The rest of the stage is relatively simple. Shooting on the move while aiming left as I go up the left side. And yeah, just getting into a port stable and shooting through a port. All right. Yeah, no weird starts on that one. Okay. Stage 3. Jungle Fever. Okay, so yeah, this is the first one I was like, you won't really know until we get there. My guess is, based on past experiences with jungle runs, is it is like a memory stage, and I'm going to have to spend a lot of time during the walkthrough, like finding the positions, finding the targets, and just executing as solidly as I can. This isn't really a test of fundamentals or anything. This is like a test of how well you can keep it together and program a stage. Yeah, the shooting is kind of secondary on this one. Execution is going to be number one. All right. Stage 4 rocks. Let me just go back. Is there any? No, it's just loaded. Okay. Stage 4 rocks. So where do we start here? Anywhere inside. Okay. Low port is for the star. Okay. Engage all targets. Okay, so I mean, obviously, like the most probable thing is you start in the back left and shoot some guys through the ports and around the side. Okay, so I'm noticing a lot of ports in this match. So this is the second thing that I'm going to note that I probably want to practice, aside from the moving down one side and up the other side while shooting stuff on the right and left. I'm noticing that I definitely want to practice getting in and out of ports very quickly, and I'll show you guys some ways to do this when I get out to the range again. But yeah, so let's see. After that, who knows what this section as you run up to the low port could be. It could be super long, it could be short. We'll just have to see when we get there, but it doesn't look too complicated. Like, there's probably some shooting on the move opportunities, but really it's about positioning. All right, stage 5. So the prop here with the ports, like, it's hard to tell from the diagram, so I'll just wait till I get there to start making plans. But again, ports everywhere. There's another Texas star. So there's a lot of stars here. I guess this is a 3-gun range, so it's a common target. Like if I had a star at my range, I'd probably do 200 rounds or something, just nailing stars, even though they're a bitch to reset. So yeah, I won't because I don't have one available. But I'm pretty confident on them so far. So, but that's just one thing that I might note if I was looking at this and I had one available. So it looks like more ports here, and then this is probably a short run up the left side, shooting paper on the move, and then just doing some clean, smooth shooting at the end. All right, stage 6. So this one's got the platform. So how do we start here? So stand inside the shooting area with heels on X. You're loaded. Okay. So I guess. Okay. So based on the targets on the left and right, it looks like there's like a little box that's not wobbling, and you shoot the left and right arrays that are up close, like with the no shoot and the hardcover, and then you jump on the wobbly platform, and there's a whole bunch of steel out there. And this, I don't think this is a memory stage. It's probably just straightforward, like 4 through this port, 5 through this port, 5 through this port, and then the plate rack in the back. So this looks pretty cool. Like, this is one that I'm not gonna try to do anything crazy cool on. I'm just gonna stand on the platform, get low, let my legs stabilize me, and just try and go 1 for 1 on the steel. Try not to pull the trigger until I know my dot's on. All right, walk in the park, stage 7. So this is loaded again, start in the back. So this is a definite shooting on the move stage. I think what I'll do on this one is I'll probably do a practice session, kind kind of like the other one where I'll almost make like a square to move in. So I get practice moving like left, right, up and down, and just get a lot of reps shooting targets, moving in any direction. But yeah, this one seems super straightforward. Just as long as you can keep moving and get those hits, that's where the best times are going to come from. All right, stage 8. This is the car one. So this is one that's really hard to diagram as a stage designer. So I'm not going to worry about this one too much until I get there. But yeah, it looks like just remembering your positions and where to shoot through the windows or under the cars. I'm not sure exactly. And those poppers out there might be kind of far, but this seems pretty fun, like good challenge. All right, stage 9. Okay, this one. So looking at the end here, the wall with the 2 targets on either side surrounded by no shoots, I'm not sure about that. Like, is that something that I'm gonna have to shoot from far back at the start because I can't see them up close, or am I gonna have to do a weird lean? Just something to keep in mind. And then otherwise, this one is probably just gonna be to find the most efficient way to minimize left and right transitions, because those really kill your time. So yeah, shoot as much on one side as you can, swap over, shoot as much on the other side as you can, swap over, and then try not to miss the star through the port. So this one could go really bad, I guess, but yeah, I'm not super worried about that one too. Just do my best. Stage 10, pressure treatment. So this is unloaded. Trigger guard on mark on the table. All your mags are on the table. I've never done an all mags on a table PCC where I needed more than 1 mag. So this is kind of interesting. I'm wondering if I should, how would I approach this? I could put a magnet on my belt. It's a 43 round course. It's probably not going to hurt me too much to stow one. So I'll just plan on that. I'll stow one and then load the other. So I'll have 2 on the table in like a V shape. Grab them both, stow one, and then load the other as I move into the first position, which will probably be the back left, unless there's a better way to move around the trapezoid. And then the rest of the stage, there's nothing to it. Just like enter and exit efficiently and nail your positions in the port so that you don't have to take extra steps. Yeah, so again, port practice. Moving in a square and port practice, those are going to be coming up for me for sure. All downhill. This, let's see, is it loaded? Loaded on belt, 34 rounds. Okay, so yeah, this is nearly identical to the Jungle Fever stage as far as the diagram goes. So there's nothing really you gain here. This is one that I have to wait to see. And the last one, Frisco Shootout. So this is really just more port practice. Instead of jumping on tables in practice, like I don't have those, or platforms, I think I'm just going to vary the height of the ports and practice like shooting through ports while in like a half squat or maybe a deeper squat. Yeah, probably because I've noticed a lot too that there are these arrays where there's some paper and then some, little knockdown steals. So I'll probably do some drills where I use the headshots or the head boxes of targets as little targets. Yeah, like if I set 3 targets, I can go like body alpha, head alpha for 1 shot maybe, and then body alpha another one. Just some ways to simulate distance change up and difficulty change up. Yeah, a lot of port practice here. So this one's normal start, right? Yep. Okay, so looks like a pretty fun match. It looks to me like key factors here are there's actually a good stage variety. So there's some stages that just don't stress movement at all, like shooting on the move. Some stages that really stress it, probably like 2 or 3. And then a couple memory stages or memory/positioning. And then a lot of just like testing your ability to hit targets fast, like steel, going from fast paper to I'm going to guess a lot of these are like 6 or 8 inch squares. For the knockdowns, maybe even 4s, like really little guys. That'd be cool. But yeah, looks like an awesome match. I'd highly recommend you guys get to this one if you can. Like, flights are pretty cheap. You're going to fly into Kansas City. You can probably fly into another airport, but it's lead farm 3-gun range, so just look that up. And as far as I know, there are many spots left, and they do need ROs for sure. So I'm going to RO it. There's some awesome people ROing it as well, and some awesome shooters shooting it. Josh Fralick is going to be there, so it should be a cool warm-up before Nationals. And I'll get to see how much he's been slacking off over the COVID break. So, yeah, he works a lot harder than me. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we do. All right. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow. And I'll try to get to the range one of these days as soon as I get some ammo. All right, bye.